no ufare ndege no wonete tari na kiene no thutha wayo kugerera moko-ini ma engineers aria mathomete na mohigireire ciege uthondeki na umbuki wacio no irimbukane gukinyie haria urathie.
This particular aircraft you see here is a Cessna 208, which we call a Caravan. It is a 14-seater, so it is in for a major check. So this particular airframe will be stripped of paint and all other parts. Then they undergo something called an NDT, non-destructive check, where we determine if the components are to be changed or not to be changed.
Garage-inĩ ĩno thukuru-inĩ wa Kenya School of Aviation tugacemania na engineer Benedict Wang'ondu ora ũratarĩria maũndũ marĩa ndege ĩno mũthemba wa Cessna ĩgũthũrimwo ĩngĩkombũka.
All aircrafts undergo the same checks according to the number of hours they have flown. After a number of hours, an example is 2,000 hours, the aircraft comes in for a major check where it is stripped of everything and renewed all the parts that the manual requires us to renew.
When the spares come to the stores, we have what we call 8130, which is basically a form, some sort of certificates which proves or validates that it's a genuine part. So in the aircraft, we have to make sure all the parts that are there are, up to standard and up to, their quality, because you cannot afford to make any risk in the air because, you understand the risks.
Gũkũ garage-inĩ ĩno arutwo na arutani ao marĩ mĩhang'o-inĩ ta tũturu hĩndĩ ya mahanda gũtigĩrĩra ndege cia arutwo na cia andũ kĩũmbe nĩ ciathondekwo na ihinda rĩrĩa rĩagĩrĩire.
So in the engine, we check the oil system where we change the oil, the electrical system, what powers to burn the fuel, the electrical system to do with the distribution of electrical power in the aircraft, because all those components are driven by the engine. So the component checks are done during those 50, 100 and the major checks. So the wheel in aviation, we call them the landing gears. So the first thing we check is the tire pressure. Normally tires are fed with nitrogen. Why nitrogen? Because nitrogen is inert, it cannot support combustion. It is not affected by changes in temperature. As it goes up there, it's very cold.
Thutha wa ndege gũthondekwo ĩnengagĩrĩrio atwarithia ayo arĩa makoragwo marĩ erĩ, Captain John Maingĩ mũrutani wa atwarithia a ndege thukuru-inĩ ũyũ agĩtarĩria maũndũ mamwe ũtoĩ.
We have them not eat the same meal kwa sababu in case chakula iko na shida, because this food is pre-packed. So in case moja iko na shida, it will only affect one crew. The other crew atabaki akifly ndege, because wakikula the same wote wanaweza pata shida na ndege itabaki na mtu wa kuiendesha. Ladies sitting with their legs very close together, it affects how they control. We know we control the aircraft on 3 planes. So when we have the ladies sitting with their legs close together, they are not able to operate the radars properly.
Maingĩ ningĩ nĩ ahithũrĩtie ndege nene cihũthĩraga maguta ma tawa kũmbũka, ũruti wa gũthomithia airĩtu gũtwarithia ndege makĩria arĩa mabundithĩtio gũikara manyitithanĩtie magũrũ mao gatagatĩ ka maũndũ mangĩ.
Hizi ndege kubwa, the big aircrafts use a form of fuel that's very close to paraffin. It's called Jet A1. Na hiyo ndo mafuta the big ones they use. It's much cheaper, so it's very economical for them and it's tailored for those engines. But for the small aircraft like the one we are standing next to, has a piston engine, it uses avgas. It's much more expensive, much more refined.
Na nĩguo gũbundithia mbeũ njĩthĩ kothi cia gũthondeka ndege gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ na nja wa bũrũri, thukuru wa Kenya School of Flying nĩ mambĩrĩirie kothi ya engineer a ndege.
We are providing engineering training, and then after the training we will give you an EASA B1 license, which will enable you to work within the UAE or Europe, which will bridge the gap between the unskilled labor that we are exporting to Europe and to the UAE.
There are very few women compared to men, so we just need to motivate each other and show them that you can do it. If you want it or you have passion for it, you will do it regardless of the gender.
People associate aviation with very, very intelligent people. You don't need to be an A student for you to come and practice aviation. A regular student who is passionate and disciplined in the field of aviation can be able to practice aviation.
Arutwo arĩa mararĩkĩrĩirie kĩrathi gĩa form 4 na marĩ na nyota ya gũtuĩka engineer a ndege makĩũrio kũiyũkia kanya gaka.
It's important that we as Kenya School introduce the engineering school, because we have an approved maintenance organization which helps you as you train. You have on-job training on maintaining aircrafts, hands-on, with engineers that have over 30 years experience in the aviation industry.
To study a diploma in aeronautical engineering, you have to have at least a C, that is your overall grade, and at least a C in your mathematics, your languages, and at least physics.
Kameme TV gikuhe horo gitao kuma kiharo kia ndege kia Oli County-ini ya Kajiado, gita gitau wa Wanjiku.